girl Jade Ashley, and I want to welcome you back to a new video of When a Beat Drops. And like always, you know I'm here to give you my 5 hottest beats and music of this week, so stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so let's dive into this week's beats. So my first beat of this week, I have to sit here and address this whole Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill possibly being engaged situation, or Omika being engaged. You know, that's their like couple name and stuff like that. So just to retract, I think the last time that I possibly talked about Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill was when she was the week that the Pink Print came out and she was promoting it, and a lot of people were asking her, so we hear that you and Meek Mill are dating one another. And she just blatantly sat there and said, no, I just got out of a relationship, I'm not ready to rush into another one. And then shortly after, you know, they pop up on Instagram and they do pictures and comments and stuff and whatnot, back and forth. They make appearances together at parties and whatever the case may be. They're grown, they can do what they want. So I first thought that I would give my opinion on what I feel about their relationship, because they've been together for not a while, but they've been together for like a few months now. So how do I feel about Omika? I don't want to say I don't care about them, but you know, I mean, I don't feel like it's a big deal like everyone makes it out to be and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people are making, you know, judgments, or they say things, you know, about Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill being together because, you know, she was with Safari for I think 10 plus years. And when she became Nicki Minaj and people would say to her, so is this your boyfriend, she denied him of being her boyfriend and stuff like that. And it was, you know, industry reasons why, you know, especially as a new artist, we would understand why she would like deny him as like a boyfriend and stuff. But it was like that to us, it seemed like, you know, as soon as her and Safari broke up, she went right into a relationship with Meek Mill and stuff or whatever. But I mean, to be honest, we don't know the full 100 about their situation. I mean, of course, she did her interview with Angie Martinez, and Safari did his interview with The Breakfast Club, and, you know, they let some things be known. But to be honest, I'm sure for a fact that both of them did not let 100% of their situation be known. So, I mean, I think everyone should keep in mind that we don't know exactly the full throttle details of their situation. But I mean, she's with Meek Mill now. Safari is pursuing a rap career. You know, I live in Flatbush, she be down the block on Junction shooting videos and whatnot. But you know, they obviously went their separate ways. I think that definitely Safari was hurt the most out of the situation. But I mean, I guess he's, you know, he's doing what he has to do to move on, and that's just that. But I guess moving on to like this whole alleged, you know, engagement situation. Earlier this week, Nicki Minaj, she posted on her Twitter, you know, the emojis and stuff like that. So she posted like the ring with like the excited face and like the monkey covering the eyes and stuff, and then she was like, I'm going to post it later. So later came on, and then she posted a picture of like this beautiful, you know, ring. It was, you know, diamond shaped. It got yellow diamonds and stuff like that, and it was on her left hand on her ring finger. So, you know, everyone is like, oh my gosh, is Nicki Minaj and, you know, Meek Mill engaged and whatnot? And first things first, I think everyone skipped over what was important, or what I find to be more important about that picture. And I feel like that her nails was amazing. Like, I need to know who did her nails so they can do my nails. I'm very big on getting my nails done every 2 weeks. So Nicki, if you're watching this video, please slip your nail artist's, you know, contact information and, you know, the comments below, or you can, you know, hit a sister up on Twitter or Instagram or whatever the case may be, because I need to get my nails did. I loved her nails. But, you know, of course everyone was, you know, talking about the ring, because she did say that she was going to post the ring. Now, a lot of people are definitely like, you know what, I'm really not effing with Nicki, or I'm really not effing with Meek right now, because now all of a sudden they're engaged. But we have to remember that they did not come out and say exactly like, yes, we're engaged. That could be a promise ring or whatever. Or maybe he just brought her a ring as a gift. And to have y'all talking the way I'm talking about the situation now, they was like, you know what, let's make it seem like we're engaged. But honestly, if I had to, you know, guess and say, I really don't think they're engaged. You know, Nicki, she has sense. Meek, he has sense. It looks like they're having fun right now, but I don't think they would have taken it too far to the point that they would have gotten engaged. But allegedly, according to E! News, a rep had spoke to them about the whole situation, and the rep said to E! News, Both Nicki and Meek have been spending amazing quality time together lately and have gotten extremely close these past few months. It may seem like it is all happening very quickly, but Nicki and Meek are in this 100. They truly love each other. Nicki and Meek have discussed family and children. They both are on board as soon as they get married. So, I mean, that was an alleged source to E-News, so I don't want to, it wasn't confirmed that it was from either parties of their camps. So I mean, if they're getting married, we would just have to see, but I honestly don't feel like, you know, that they're engaged. Like I think they have enough more sense that they want to, you know, be in this for longer before, you know, it's something as serious as marriage and stuff. And I know Nicki has said in her last MTV special that within the next 5 years she would love to have a child and stuff. So I mean, I don't know what the extent of their relationship is going to be, but at the same time I feel like everyone should not get worked up and should not get mad about their situation, because Nicki and Meek ain't worried about y'all. They are not worried about y'all. And at the end of the day, how many of y'all been in relationships that's longer than Nicki Minaj's and Meek's, and y'all ain't get the type of commitment that he giving to Nicki, and they only been together for a couple of months? Oh, okay. So anyway, so if y'all engaged, congratulations to y'all. It is what it is. I'm sure Safari, he'll be alright. He be okay, you know. Anyway, we need to get this money out here. That's the root of the motivation. We gotta get this money. Let's, all that other love crap and stuff or whatever, put that on the back burner, you know. But anyway, let's move on to our second beat of this week. And my second beat of this week, I have to talk about my best friend K.Michelle. I have not mentioned her from months on this show, and a congratulations is due to her. So my best friend K.Michelle, she has won the lawsuit between, you know, her ex and her ex-manager, Myth Hits or whatever. So first and foremost, congratulations to K.Michelle, because as we all know, when she first hit Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, which was back in the summer of 2012 when it premiered, I remember because I had went away to college and I was watching it. But yeah, she, you know, she let her story be known that she was, you know, abused. She never said his name on television, but she, you know, said what she did to him as far as like smothering her into a pillow, threatening to kill her son and stuff like that. And then of course after a while we all found out who it was, and after that happened, you know, Myth Hits, he sued, at first he sued VH1 and Mona Scott Young because they are the ones who are responsible for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And then of course he sued K.Michelle, and I'm gonna try to make sense of this because I had a Freedom in the Media course last semester, which has to do with like law within the media basically, and I got a C in the class, but I'm gonna try to use my knowledge from that class to basically explain to you guys exactly what happened with this situation. So basically what Myth Hits was suing Viacom, Viacom is VH1 because Viacom owns VH1. So what he was suing Viacom, Mona Scott Young, and K.Michelle for was basically, he was suing for defamation. And what that entails is basically if someone makes, you know, comments about you within the public and it, you know, destroys your image in some type of way, you know, you might be entitled, you know, for some money for the situation. But that only means if you're a public image or not. So if you're not well known in the public and you're like a, you know, just private person, nobody knows you, and you know somebody basically takes your name or takes your character and, you know, just basically trashes your image, you can sue that person and you're entitled to money. But Myth Hits, he actually lost the case because according to, you know, the courts and stuff like that, he's a public figure. He is not a private person. We know exactly who he is. We know that he was in the music industry because I've actually heard of him before I found out like, oh, him and K.Michelle was together and stuff like that. I knew about him as, you know, a producer and stuff. So I very much knew who Myth Hits was. So he was known within the music industry, not to mention that he married Lil Wayne's ex-wife Toya, and he appeared on her Tiny and Toya, what's that? The show that they had on BET, and then Toya had her own spin-off show where they actually got married on television. So that alone just makes him a public figure. So because he was a public figure, nothing about his life was private. So, you know, everything that he did that was like public knowledge basically. So he was trying to make it seem like K.Michelle just basically trashed his, you know, whole image and stuff like that, and that wasn't the case. So because he was not looked at as a private person but much of a public figure, what he was suing her for basically trashing his image, it was not going to work. And in the end of the situation, he basically admitted to everything that was in the deposition, and the deposition of their case actually came out a few months ago, and you know, everybody read the details as far as what K.Michelle had said that he did to her, as far as like smothering her with the pillow and dragging her on the floor and stuff like that. So I mean, it's just a sad situation, because this is like a ATL's housewife, you know, situation where, you know, Apollo lied and everyone believed him, and everybody was getting on Kenya and calling her a whore and stuff like that. And it's somewhat like that, because basically what it seems, according to the courts, that Memphis lied and he had so many people believe him, and so many people were coming on to K.Michelle. Now let's talk about all of the beefs that K.Michelle got because of this whole situation with Memphis. She was on Love and Hip Hop, and she ended up having a beef with her former castmate Rashida, because Rashida is good friends with Memphis's wife, Toya. She ended up getting into it with Tamar. Like, that's like the most known beef, and you know, it was just like all of these people were like kind of turning against K.Michelle because they were cool with Memphis and they were cool with Toya, and they were like jumping on the bandwagon like, yup, she lying. So it's like apologies is definitely due to the situation. And I think what makes it even worse is that Toya and Memphis, they're like legally separated. So technically that's his estranged wife now. So not to mention, he was sitting here lying on my best friend K.Michelle and trying to make her look like a bad person in public. But Toya, she should feel some type of way now, is because like she was defending her husband, which I guess any woman would, like that's their natural right, but you would want to get your facts straight, definitely if this is something that happened way before you. But you know, she was sitting here defending her husband and, you know, coming for K.Michelle in the public, and in the end her and her husband aren't even together right now, and on top of it he lied and, you know, tried to make my friend look crazy. Like, it's just too much drama going on. Like I said, the motivation is to get money out here, yo. Like, y'all need to get y'all lives together. Y'all mindsets is all messed up. But like I said, congratulations to Kay. Congratulations to Mona Scott Young. Congratulations to, you know, Viacom, VH1. Like, they believed her, you know, from the very beginning, and that's it. Like, I don't think anybody would really sit here and go in public and be on television and cry repeatedly about the same situation. Like, when I saw her in concert, she was crying about the situation, and it's like, after a while, if you were lying, you can't run with that lie for only for so long. And because it wasn't a lie, you know, she was finally proven, you know, right this past week. So like I said, congratulations to them. And yeah, so moving on to our third beat of this week, I have to talk about people accusing Rihanna. So apparently a lot of people felt like, or not even felt like, let me set the story up properly. So as we all know, Coachella started, I think, like last week or something like that. Coachella started like last week, and everybody and their moms was down in California at Coachella, and one of the people there was Rihanna. So Rihanna, she had her group of friends, and they were like partying and stuff like that, and one of her friends, she had posted a video, and I'll be sure to insert the video right now, so check it out. So her friend, she posted the video, and in the back you can see Rihanna rolling something or something like that, and then after that she kind of touches her nose. So everyone was like, oh my gosh, Rihanna is doing coke. And Rihanna, she had to shut it down real quick. She was like, y'all not about to sit here and say that I'm sniffing coke. Y'all done lost your damn mind. So somebody had posted it and talked about how she was sitting there, you know, sniffing coke, and she commented on the post saying, nigga, your lame ass got some effing nerve. Any fool could see that's a joint I'm basing with cigarette. Who the F snorts tobacco? F out of here, which you'll never been to a rodeo. Someone squeezing their nose means they're doing coke looking ass. So I was like, me honestly, when I first saw her, I was like, I don't think Rihanna's like doing coke, because if she was doing coke, and you know, her friend would obviously know what was going on in the background. So once she would have been recording, and even if like she was doing coke and she was recording, I don't think she would have posted the video to the point that she would expose her friend basically sniffing coke, when we all know Rihanna is like this big superstar. So I was never in the right thinking that, you know, Rihanna was sniffing coke. Like, damn, like I heard the music industry is hard on some people, but I mean, she had some years before she possibly could go into drugs and, you know, F up her life, you know. And I don't even think she would want to ever take that route, because she's like this big, huge star. So like, why would she want to mess up her success? Like, whatever. Y'all dumb. Like, y'all need to get y'all lives together. Like I said, y'all not focused. The motivation is to get money out here. Like, come on. Damn. Anyway, moving on to my fourth beat of this week, I have to talk about Ciara. I feel like I've been talking about Ciara for a minute, you know, definitely after I Bet came out. But this week she visited the Breakfast Club and she talked about her new upcoming album, Jackie, and she finally has a release date for the album. So the album will be coming out May 4th, and as we all know, she will be starting her Jackie tour at the beginning of May. And what I think was so cool is that the album name is Jackie, which is her mom. So she named her album after her mom, and the day after, May 5th, is her mom's birthday. So I like, you know, how she kind of set that up and stuff or whatever. But yeah, she went to the Breakfast Club for the first time in I don't know how many years. And if you're like a dedicated Breakfast Club, you know, listener like myself, then you know that Charlamagne comes for her left and right all the time. Like, it's always something. He talks about how her last record sales weren't that good. You know, he just always goes in on Ciara. I think the last positive thing he might have said something about is when, you know, Body Party came out, and Body Party became like a very big single and stuff, but whatever. So she went to the Breakfast Club this past week and Charlamagne was not there. So she was very upset about that, number one, because, you know, she wanted to, you know, let him have it. But aside from that, she talked to DJ Envy and Angela Yee, and she talked about so many things. You know, of course, the first thing they had to ask her, you know, she has the I Bet single, so it was only right that we say, so what's going on with you in future? So she didn't get into too much details, unfortunately, as far as like what happened between them. She basically just said that it didn't work out and that she didn't want to get into like, you know, what happened. But I mean, if you listen to the song, is that your bitch over there giving me the ugly stare? The one with the silicone ass and the Brazilian hair. So I would assume he had another girl basically. But yeah, she didn't want to say exactly what happened, but she did say that they get along. You know, they have to co-parent because they ended up having a child together and stuff like that. And you know, they asked her about whether or not, you know, her son, you know, sees his other siblings, because, you know, Future had like 15 baby moms before, you know, Ciara. And she says, you know, I'm just really focused raising on my child. And she said out of all of the baby mothers that he had prior to her, it was one that she like got along with. But, you know, Future, he does, baby Future I should say, he does have his time with, you know, his father, Future, the singer or rapper, I don't know what Future is, but you know, he has a he spends time with his father's side of the family and stuff like that. You know, other than, you know, her whole status with the whole Future situation, you know, most of the interview she kind of, you know, gushed about, you know, being a mom and stuff and how she's in love with her child and how her life changes. And, you know, Envy, he's a father of like 10 kids. No, I'm playing. He only has like, I think like 5 kids or whatever. But, you know, they were sharing like parent stories back and forth, and I can't relate, so yeah. But, and then other than that, she kind of addressed as far as like, you know, some of her unsuccessful songs and, you know, some of her albums that didn't do too well. But, you know, me personally, I feel like on every Ciara album, even if the album didn't do so well, there are unreleased songs that are like so great. Like her last album, Ciara, we only really knew about Sorry and Body Party and I'm Out. I think those are like the 3 leading singles off of her last album, but she has other songs on her album that are like so great. I love her song DUI. I love her song Read My Lips. So I feel like people don't really give Ciara too much of a chance, because, you know, it's like they just expect her to be whack. But if you really listen to her album, she has some dope music. Aside from the singles that she releases for radio and stuff stuff like that, she has like dope songs. So like, don't play Ciara, like do not play her or whatever. But anyway, like I said, her new album Jackie comes out May 4th, and she will be hitting the road. She said the Jackie tour is the first half, so she's having 2 halves or whatever, and I can't make the first half unfortunately, so maybe I'll make the second half. But if you want to check out her Breakfast Club interview from this past week, I'll be sure to link it below. So yeah, check that description box. And I have to move on to my last beat of this week. I have a last beat this week, so yes, you know, I kind of effed up last week, but you know, I'm back on it. So my last beat of this week, I'm excited about it. I have to talk about my auntie Monica. It is close to album time, and I'm so excited. So this week she took to her she took to her Instagram to basically, you know, let us know or show us her new look. So she kind of, you know, reversed the roles, and she cut her hair, and you know, she colored her hair red. And she had red hair before. This is not her first time having red hair, but it only made sense because she has a new album out called Cold Red, and she posted pictures, and I'll be sure to answer them. She posted pictures on Instagram, and she said, I enjoy speaking with people, like as in People magazine, about deciding to switch up my look a bit as we move closer to album release. It's exciting. Cold Red Chronicles, and the name of the album is Cold Red, but you know, Cold Red Chronicles, like she's prepping to like release the album, and I'm so excited. Like I said, I have a musical family of artists that I look up to, and Monica is definitely an inspirational artist to me, not only because of her longevity in this career, but the music that she makes, her voice, and then just the person that she is in her personal life, the mother, the wife. Like, she's just all like, if it's anything, we should aspire to be like Monica. Like, she is an amazing person. Like, she's an angel. Like, I really honestly feel like she has to be an angel, like living on earth. Like, that's how I feel. Like, following her on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, like, she's just such a positive person, and she brings positivity, you know, to any situation. So I just absolutely love her, and I cannot wait for her new album Cold Red. If you guys do not have her last 2 albums, New Life and Still Standing, matter of fact, give me a second. If you guys do not have these last 2 albums, Still Standing and New Life, these were Monica's last 2 albums. That's how much I love Monica that I have to buy physical copies of her albums. So if you guys don't have these albums, I need y'all to definitely listen to them and catch up before this new album Cold Red comes out, because these 2 are amazing albums. And I'll let you know that one of my favorite songs on, matter of fact, I love this whole entire album, but I mean, good songs on here are like Superman, Here I Am, Mirror, you know, Stay or Go, One in a Lifetime. Like, I just absolutely love this album. And then this is the album that she released after her and Shannon Brown got married, and I love this album as well. Daddy's Good Girl, Big Mistake, Without You is my #1 favorite song on this album. Like, y'all this is what you call real R&B. This is what you call really good music. So if I don't ever teach you guys anything on when the beat drops, just know that this Monica is one of, she's not the only, but she is one of the like real R&B artist that is left. So definitely get those 2 albums before Cold Red comes out. There is no release date, but just her releasing these pictures and letting us know that it's moving close to album release time, this has me so excited. So I always say, support real artists, support real vocalists, like just people that really put a lot into their craft, and you can just tell. So shout outs to my auntie Monica. Girl, I'm waiting for this album. You need to hurry up and release the release date. And yeah, so those are my 5 hot beats of this week. Okay guys, so I want to thank you for tuning into this week's video of When the Beat Drops, and like always, you know, I have to remind you to comment on my videos, like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and share my videos with others. And I have one quick note to leave you guys with this week. I just want to send a big congratulations to Justin Timberlake and his wife Jessica Biel. They welcomed their first child together this week, and they had a boy, and they named him Silas Randall Timberlake. And I think the name Silas is absolutely so adorable. I cannot wait to see what he looks like. And of course, I have to leave you with my song of the week. And referring back to my last beat of this week, I decided that I want to give my song of the week to my auntie Monica. So I want to, you know, make her song One in a Lifetime my song of the week, because that is my favorite song from her album Still Standing. So like I said, if you guys have not checked out her last 2 albums, be sure to do so, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. A son, and they named him Silas Randall Timberlake, and I don't know what he looks like. Okay guys, so I want to thank you for tuning in. What is this hair doing here? Oh, God. Lord Jesus. And I just want to send a big congratulations. So stay tuned for more. No, I'm playing.